Hello and welcome to glittershinenails. I recently purchased some of the Kads stamping plates from AliExpress. I've already swatched and reviewed 3 of them, so in this video I'll be swatching and reviewing the final 2. As always, you can find where I purchased them from in the description box below. Before we get started, please subscribe to my channel and make sure you have the bell notification turned on. And please also like this video. These really do help out my channel, thank you. I'm going to be using my usual scraper and my Nail Artisan Tiffany Duo Clear Stamper. I have 4 coloured nail tips. I'll be taking 2 swatches from each plate. And the first plate is Kads Flowers 036. For the first swatch I'll be using a green nail tip along with a dark green and light green stamping polish. So with this plate, each image has 4 layers, starting with the open spaced one and then moving right. There is also one that runs up the plate as well. For the first swatch I'm going to be using 2 layers, the open one and then the third image, missing out the other 2. Any excess I pick up I will remove before placing down. With these 2 swatches I'm just going to show you what you can do with this plate, and also by missing out some layers it really doesn't matter. And sometimes, like these images, the 4 layers can be a bit too much. I only have a few plates that have 4 layers, but these 2 layers look stunning together. For my second swatch I'm going to be using a light pink nail tip, and I'll be swatching the one that goes up the plate using all 4 images. I'll be using a dark purple, a medium purple, a pearl pink and a pastel pink stamping polishes. When I do layering images I tend to work with different shades of the same colour, starting dark working to light. Any excess I will take away, and you could even go in and use a smaller stamper. It's just this is my favourite one at the moment to use. I do think they could have laid the images out slightly different, but that's just me being a bit picky. The first 2 layers together might be a little bit hard to see, but once the third layer is down it really does all come together. If I was using this flower for a mani, the last layer I don't think I would use, but again that's just me. This is a stunning image and I love all the different shades of pinks and purples. Moving on to Nature 001. So with this plate you have 5 opened images going up the plate. Then on the left is an image which you would use to make 2 layers. But if you go right you have 4 layers, and I'm going to show you both of them. I'll be using the 4th line for all of the swatches, but for this first swatch I'm going to be using a white nail tip along with a dark blue and a light blue stamping polish. I will remove the excess. One thing I did find was that the first 2 sort of open space images are really quite close together, and that's sort of coming up the plate and not that easy to remove the excess. Once I have laid the first layer I will then come in with the second. This plate will definitely be used in my next fibromyalgia awareness mani, that's for sure, which is actually the main reason I purchased this plate. But these 2 layers do look beautiful together. For the second swatch I'm going to use the same design but with the 4 layers, using a purple nail tip, and the 4 stamping polishes are a pearl pink, a neon pink, a pastel pink and a silver. Again, all of the colours will work well together. I did wonder about having the neon pink first, then the pearl, but I decided to do it this way. My main reason for the Born Pretty one first is that they dry a lot quicker than the clear jelly stamper ones. So if I wanted to, I could just stamp first and then remove the excess, which I don't like to do. But now all of the polishes will dry a lot quicker anyway, because there is a lot less polish than you would normally use, mainly because they're a lot smaller. Again, you could miss out some of the layers if you wanted to. If I did, then it probably would be the third layer, which is the pastel pink layer that I'm doing. It is just personal preference to what you want from the layering image. Now with the fourth layer, I did have some trouble getting a good swatch of it. The top half stamped really well, the bottom half didn't come out at all, which I didn't have with the photo swatches. But you could even go in with some polish and a dotting tool to add some extra detail if you wanted to. And then here they are all together. So let's move on to the photo swatches and manis that I've created from these two Kads stamping plates. Kads Flower 036 has some stunning layering images. There is 5 main images, however, as I said in the video, you could break them down so you don't use all of the layers. And that is what I've done with some of my swatches. I personally felt that using all 4 layers was a bit too much, and quite often it ended up looking very messy. I've created 8 swatches in total. Some have all the layers, some have 3, and some have 2. When I use Flowers 036 in the future, I will probably only use 3 layers of the images. The open space image I feel is not needed, as you really can't see it. You could, however, use this layer as a guide and stamp down first in white, and this will just give you a guideline of where you stamp down for the next few layers. Now I've not personally tried this. I did see Sarah R's video on this, but it's something that I definitely want to try in the future. For the mani, I used a green nail polish base, and I've used 3 different stamping polishes, a white, a teal green and a pale yellow. Now I did wonder about using a brighter yellow, and I think it would have looked better and not have had that sort of see-through part in the centre. But hopefully this will show just how big these images are on my nails. But I really like how this has come out. It's very springy. Kads Nature 001 is just beautiful, and with my love of butterflies, it just had to be in my collection. I've taken 10 swatches, and as you're seeing them, I've put the 2-layered butterfly with its 4-layered butterfly image, so you can see them side by side, and they have some amazing detail on them. Some of them I prefer 2 layers, and then others I prefer the 4 layers. One thing I did find with the 4 layers was that sometimes when placing the 3rd layer over the top of the 2nd layer, the 2nd layer sort of got lost below, and it was like, what's the point in the 3rd layer? I was a bit baffled by that. So again, I might just cut one of them out in future. Most of my layering plates, the maximum they have in layers is about 3. So this is relatively new to me, using the 4 layers. But again, I was very impressed with how they have all swatched. They are really inexpensive plates. If you didn't see my first swatch review on the first 3 Kads plates, I will try and leave a link in the description box below, but you can find it in my Kads playlist as well. For the mani, I used a white nail polish base, which is really unusual for me. And I've used different shades of blues to create butterflies. I've used the same image for each nail, but what I've done is I've stamped 2 butterflies. One is in the 2 layers and one is in the 4 layers. Now these colours, the whites and the blues, really remind me of them Chinese plates that you can get. But I really quite like this mani. All of my swatches will be over on my Instagram page in the next few days, along with the manis and what products I've used. There is a link in the description box below. I've really enjoyed using these Kads stamping plates, and they will be a brand that I will purchase again in the future. Thank you for viewing my swatch review on these 2 layering Kads stamping plates. I hope that you've enjoyed it. If you did, then please give me a thumbs up, I'd really appreciate it. Comment below, I love to hear from you. Hit that subscribe button and share. Also, don't forget to come over and follow me on my Instagram page at glittershinenails. So until next time, happy stamping and bye.